Hello you guys, welcome back to the Dorsett Doorstep. My name's Arika. Today I'm going to be sharing a couple recipes with you, and I'm also going to be doing a little bit of cleaning in my kitchen, so I thought I'd just put it all together in like a cozy fall, bake and cook with me and clean with me, all of it together. I am going to be jumping around just a little bit because I was multitasking here. I was doing things. I was kind of filming as I was going, so I'll just try to explain as I'm going. But I am going to link both of these recipes down below in the description box so that you can check them out if you want to make them. Right now I'm just cutting up some vegetables, and I'm going to be making some chicken and dumplings, which I gotta say, chicken and dumplings is not my favorite meal. But once I found this recipe, I would say maybe 10 years ago, it totally changed my mind. It's so delicious. It is a Crock and Girls recipe. I will link it down below, like I said, and I know everybody has their own way of making it, but I really love this. And you can also make this as like a base for your chicken noodle soup, and instead of putting your dumplings, you just add some pasta. It's so delicious. So it's just chicken breasts and some carrots, onion, and celery, which is kind of your base for a soup, and then a can of cream of chicken and a can of cream of celery, and then I think I put about 6 bouillon cubes and a couple cups of water. And obviously I should have put the chicken in at the last. I wasn't thinking, so I had to kind of stir it up, with the chicken in the bottom, but it's fine. And after you get that mixed in, then you're going to add some butter to it, and then you're just going to put this on low for probably 4 to 6 hours, just until your chicken is cooked. So that's what I'm doing now. And then I'm going to be jumping around. Like I said, I have a couple recipes I want to share, so bear with me. Hopefully this video won't be too confusing. We had a beautiful cold front come through this day, and the leaves were just blowing everywhere. It was literally like the perfect fall day. It started out a little warm, and by afternoon it was so chilly, so it was a great day to have chicken and dumplings in the crock pot. Alright, so the chicken and dumplings have been cooking for probably 3 or 4 hours. You can see the chicken was pretty much cooked all the way through. So in a little while I'm going to shred that chicken up and finish cooking that, but I think I'm going to jump into dessert now. So this is a fun recipe that I found on Pinterest, and I just thought it would be fun to try it. I did not have the intention of keeping it all. I actually gave a lot of it away because I just really wanted to try it out and see, and I had a few people that I know that love chocolate. So you just take a chocolate cake mix and a brownie mix and you mix them together. You don't follow the box ingredients, you just follow this recipe, which like I said will be linked down below. It's just eggs, oil, and water, just like you would normally, but just follow the amounts down below. So I'm just going to add everything together and mix it up with my mixer, and then I'm going to dump it into a bundt pan. And I don't have one of those like fancy non-stick bundt pans. They make some really pretty ones with designs on them and everything, but I have an old beat up one that my mother-in-law gave me forever ago. I don't even know how many years, but it's very special. It holds lots of really special memories. Her favorite thing I ever made was my monkey bread. I always had to make that when she was around, and so I made it in that bundt pan. So one day she just gave it to me, and she's in heaven now, so it's very special to me. It's a cherished dish that I'll never get rid of. So you'll see that in a minute, but I'm just mixing everything up, and then I'm going to put it in the bundt pan, and I'm going to stick this in the oven. And it says, I can't remember exactly what the recipe said, but I ended up cooking this for well over an hour just to make sure that it was not raw on the inside. So just keep that in mind if you decide to make this. Okay, so like I said, I'm jumping around a little bit. While the both of the dishes actually were cooking, I decided to go ahead and unload the dishwasher, get a little jump start so that I didn't have to leave it all, until the evening. So that's what I'm going to be doing here, just unloading and then reloading the dishes that I have, but I'll come back later at the end and clean the whole kitchen. Okay, so now I am just going to take the chicken out of the crock pot. I like to shred it by hand. If you've watched my videos, you know that I'm funny about meat, so I just want to make sure there's nothing gross left in it. So I just take them out and I kind of cut them up and I let them cool for a minute so I can shred them by hand. And I did not film that part, but you know how to shred chicken. So this is a beautiful candle I got at TJ Maxx. I realized that there's a lot of it left and fall is almost over, so I wanted to light it and make the house smell delicious. It's so good. It's one of my favorite fall candles. So I went ahead and shredded the chicken and added it back to the crock pot. And so the last thing that you need to do when you make this is to add the dumplings, which I just used these cheap Walmart biscuits. I usually use the flaky kind, but they didn't have any, so I just used these. And I cut them in 2/3. I like them small just to make sure that they get cooked. I don't like the thought of them being kind of raw. And I just cut them up with my cooking shears, and then you want to let that cook for at least another hour. And I do kind of stir it up every now and then just to make sure that the dumplings are coated in the juices, and it kind of thickens up the juices too. And it is so good, you guys. I don't even like chicken and dumplings, but for some reason I really love this one, so I hope that you all will give this a try. But it's a perfect fall or winter dinner. So now the cake is finally finished, so when it is still hot, you want to just invert it and stick it on a cooling rack to cool completely before you ice it. But it actually turned out really beautiful with my simple pan. I think it turned out really pretty. So I am going to be making a ganache for that in just a minute, but I wanted to go ahead and show you what the chicken and dumplings look like when they are finished. And go ahead and dish this up, and we ate while the cake was cooling. This is so good, you guys, so good. And like I said, if you want to omit the dumplings, you can just throw in some egg noodles at the end. It makes a delicious chicken noodle soup. It's my favorite chicken noodle soup recipe as well. So now it's time to make the ganache, which I've never made before, but I've always wanted to. And it is so easy. You just get some heavy cream, and then you're going to put it in the microwave and heat it up, and it's kind of bubbly, boiling a little bit, and then you just literally dump in chocolate chips, and then you want to let them sit. Don't mix them up, just let them sit. And then they're going to melt a little bit, and then you're just going to go in and whisk them together, just those two ingredients, and you whisk them together until it's glossy and smooth. And that is it, and it is so good. And who knew it was so easy? I didn't know this, but I'll definitely be making chocolate ganache again because, oh my word, it was delicious. And then, you know, here's the money shot. Here's the shot. I couldn't really see that side of the cake, so I probably could have done this better, but I mean, that is for your viewing enjoyment. Chocolate ganache running down the side of the cake. Oh my goodness, it was so good. So this cake, I actually really liked it. It was kind of like, it tasted like brownie, but it was the consistency of cake, if that makes sense. It had a richer, chocolatier taste than just a regular cake mix. And you could also doctor up your cake mix and add, you know, butter instead of oil. You could add milk instead of water. You could make it taste a little bit even, you know, more like a bakery style. But it was really good. I will definitely keep this recipe on hand, and I will absolutely be making that ganache again. So I just decided, my brother was over actually for dinner, and I cut him a slice and I cut me a slice, and then pretty much gave the rest of it away. But I just wanted to try it and see if it was anything that I would want to make again. And definitely I will. Like I said, it's very moist, very delicious. So now I'm going to go ahead and finish cleaning up the kitchen. I'm just going to wash the dishes, wipe everything down, and sweep. You can see those flowers in the corner. My brother comes over a lot for dinner, and when he came over this night, he just brought me some flowers, which I thought was so sweet, and they're so beautiful for fall. So that was really sweet, Patrick. I know a lot of you guys see Patrick in a lot of my videos. I like to have him over for dinner a couple times a week. He's a single guy, so he enjoys a homemade meal. And of course, he enjoyed the chocolate cake as well. So I'm just going to go ahead and finish cleaning the kitchen. I'll catch back up when I'm finished. All right, that's it. The kitchen's clean. It feels so good to have a clean kitchen at night. I don't always do it, but when I do, it's a wonderful, wonderful feeling. So make sure to check these recipes down below in the description box. I hope that you give them a try. Let me know if you do. And thank you so much for watching and for all your sweet comments, all of your support. I love each and every one of you. I am praying for you, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye-bye.